Hey guys, how are we all doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing pretty well out there. Today's video, I wanted to talk about some of my regrets from 2020 and some new teams and characters and just everything in general I want to improve in my own roster and on my account for this new year. And also, I want to go over a few different people I would love to see in the game and a couple factions I want to see get improved vastly, like just crazy supercharged, kind of like the Imperial Troopers did last year. I want to see something like that. So to get it started off, I want to talk about some of my regrets from last year. I can just name off a couple. So I really regret putting gear. This is more to do with gearing characters rather than anything else. But like when it comes to gear, I really regret not or rather doing and putting gear on some of these guys like Cad Bane. So this guy, I was going to get gear 13 because of his ship, and I love this guy. He's still kind of fun to play with, but me putting these two pieces on him and almost getting gear 13 really kind of sucked. I could have used that elsewhere, and now he goes useless. Like, I never use him at all besides his ship. So not a huge fan of Cad Bane, but his ship is pretty dang good, especially with the Radis. But it was not enough for me to gear 13 him just for his ship, although I almost did. So that was one of the first ones I just noticed as I'm looking through my account. The next one here is going to be, where is it? Where is this guy? Oh my gosh. Oh, where is Mace Windu? I swear, where is he? Come on, there he is. I couldn't find him. So Mace Windu is another one I regret getting to gear 12 in general. Like, he should have stuck being gear 11 for the entire time of me even thinking about him and doing anything with his gear. He should have stayed gear 11. I don't know why I know why. I thought he was going to get a rework. This was like, I think this was actually not just last year, but like even the year before that. But like, I really thought in the year 2020, he was going to get a rework so badly, and he never did. And I really was hoping and holding off for that, because at the time we got that new Padme team that was kind of coming out, and then going into the new year, we were kind of hoping that something big would happen to make that whole Padme team even better than what it was before. And come to find out, that was pretty much just Ki-Adi-Mundi, but even he doesn't really make him that much better. They've always kind of just stayed the same, and Mace never really did anything, and he still has done nothing. Although you can get some uses out of him if you really wanted to in like a JKR team with JKL, with other Luke. But besides that, he is going to be unused in all of my, GACs, TWs, everything. He's just kind of extra added on weight that is not needed, or that's not necessary. His ship's not even that good either. There is a way better one called the Negotiator. If you guys don't know what that ship is called, that is a GK ship, General Kenobi, way better than the Endurance. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, Mace Windu is another regret I had this last year. Some other regrets I have are just like getting these guys to like gear 11 or gear 12 and just leaving them as is and not doing much with them at all. One was, I would say, TIE Fighter Pilot, even Canderous, like some of these guys that I got to a gear level but like just never did anything with them. One I want to point out here was for one that kind of happened recently, which was for the Rebels. And I guess it's not the worst investments, but to me, now looking back on it, it's probably not the best way for me to use that gear. So I got recently, I'd say a couple months ago, I got the Rebel Pathfinder to gear 13 with Relic 3. And I got Biston to Relic, or not to Relic, just to gear 12 with another extra added on gear 12 plus piece. And this was solely for the fact alone for his ship and getting him faster so I can use them in GAC to counter negotiators. But now come to think of it, in GACs, you can just save both Malevolence and Negotiator versus their own, and you get much higher banners. And, the thought of that was okay at the time, but now, since I've had it for a little while, it just isn't that great for me. Although I can still place these guys on defense, and they get some use, but for the majority of who I fight, they always do the same thing. So they always have their own Malevolence and Negotiator to use, and they just throttle my Rebels. So hindsight 2020, not the best. And I kind of wish I didn't put that on them. And I would rather have put that gear onto people like Cassian, Andor, or K2. That way, I get a crazy awesome Mon Mothma team, or even POW. But I didn't, and I got that was for ships. Not the greatest investment, I have to say. So that's kind of a few of my regrets. Now I want to talk about ones I want to work on for 2021 in this new year. And to start us off, I want to go straight for this one right here. This is Darth Tread. This is my next Gear 13. She is being used all over the place in my counters. I use her a lot for the counter to the GLs, with her being either a lead or being in like another slot in under her or under anybody else's lead for her unique Zeta, which is amazing, especially countering Master Luke's, which is one that I need desperately right now, as I might be seeing a lot more in GACs. And just her in general, she's just really great. A lot of counters. One of the best Sith in the game, I have to say. So she's one I want to really work on here shortly. Another one is going to be some more tanks. I really want to get Shore Trooper to Gear 13 also with Cara Dune. And I want to even out my Mon Mothma team, make me even a bit better. Maybe go back and work on that K2 and Cassian. My boy Clash loves those guys. They're really amazing guys. So besides those, I also want to get my GBA Gear 13. He's been there for a long time. But the biggest one I want to work on here, you just kind of see them a little bit, those Gear 12 guys right there, are the Night Sisters. So the Night Sisters here is going to get me a lot more uses rather than just in GAC. I want to get, as you can see here, I want to get my Talzin, Asajj, and my Zombie all with relics. So I'm actually, what I'm going to do here in my video is actually going to put these guys on my favorites because I want them. I need them kind of badly, honestly, at this moment in time. So these guys are going to be kind of like another trooper team in the mindset of me thinking this. They're more of just like an extra team I have to get an easier win. Might not be the cleanest battle when it comes to banners and such, but it'll give me a for sure win. And I actually need this pretty badly right now, especially that I've been fighting a lot more Grievuses, and I've been kind of splitting up my Jedi and my CLS, my Rebels, a lot more throughout my plotting and strategy of my GAC rounds. So having these guys built up and beating those Grievuses or even any other teams that do not stop my revives, this will be very, very huge for me in GAC. And then the other part I want to get these guys for is for the new raid, and having a Relic 5 zombie with DACA, and just kind of getting that whole Kylo Ren, the GL Kylo Ren team, getting me a lot more damage, and in turn giving me some more higher ranks in the new pit raid, right? So I want to get some more damage there. So this is going to get multi uses, and this is like one of the bigger things I want to get done in the next little while. So that's a few of these guys, and I mean, honestly, the Night Sisters are pretty fun. I love using them. You can still use them pretty good even without, like where I am with mine. You don't have to have them full relicked out of their minds. You can have like a couple of these guys relic, they're gonna be okay. But for where I'm at right now, I got to get them relics to get the most use out of them. So I definitely got to get that. But besides characters and gear, relics, which teams I want to go for, the last thing I want to kind of point out here with my I guess New Year's resolutions for the game is the mods. I'm going to, I think, once I get some of these, IG-11s and Queels done with their shards, I really don't have anybody else I want to farm. So I think what I'm going to really focus on hard is doing not just all the 50s for my mod refreshes, but also the 100s. I'm going to be spending, I want to say, around what is that? Almost 600 a day in crystals on mods. I want to increase my mod inventory vastly. Like, I want to get a very, very huge mod inventory, especially for GAC and TW, because keeping in mind all these teams I want to build up and characters I want to get with relics, I need more mods for them, right? And I can't be, mod swapping day in, day out, unless it's for TW, of course. But I really want to have, locked and loaded mods for these specific characters. And one thing I kind of regret doing so far, I guess another regret I regret doing is going, when it comes to speed ones for the new slices, I don't recommend going for speed as your first ones, guys, because I have ended up with mods like this where I had a 23 before I started slicing it, and the speed never hit again. Another one here, 2 golds that never hit speed, and they're remaining below 25. Another one here, it did hit, but it was very low. Although I say that, but I've gotten some really nice ones as well. 29, a 27 here. So I guess what I'm trying to say here with the mod part is go for sets, and go for rather secondaries that have more secondaries you want on the mod, rather than just one singular stat like a speed set, or rather a speed stat rather. You want to kind of increase your chances there. Like a great mod I'm going to go for after I finish up my my new mod I have going on right now is this one on Vader. This has literally every single mod I need, or rather every single stat I need for Vader in my counters. It has crit chance, it has speed, it has offense percent, and it has potency. So this is probably the best mod I would have to slice, and I'm not sure why I've not sliced it yet. But that's mods. Just kind of be smarter with the mods. I guess you can, if you really want to maximize your speed set and you're more arena focused, go for that, I guess, if you wanted to. But for me in GAC, I really want to increase the depth of my mods. I don't want to just focus on speed mods. I want to kind of go, I want to do crit damage, more offense based, and heck, even more defense ones as well, and health. So I want to make sure in this new year that my mod inventory is just crazy. I want to shoot, I'm at around 215 plus 15s. I want to get close to 300 by the end of this year. If I can go for 300 or more, I think that might be a little bit too low. So I'm going to shoot for 350. I want to shoot for 350 plus 15 mods. That's my goal. We'll have to see. I'm going to go pretty crazy on those mod refreshes. But anyways, the last thing I want to talk about in this video, guys, is the characters, I guess, and rather the factions. I really want to see get a big bump in viability this year in 2021. And just kind of thinking along the lines when I'm saying this, thinking along the lines of the Imperial Troopers this year, where as we got what's his name, Piet, and we got some other ones that really increased the usability of these characters, rather just Piet. I mean, Moff Gideon's great, but it's really just Piet here as to how they're so good right now in the game with his Emperor's Trap, Zeta unique. But just think about these factions and how they're going to be maybe similar to the Troopers. So the first one being the Tuskens, and I might be kind of going kind of crazy here, but I really do believe if we get just 5 Tuskens, 2 new ones, and one being kind of like that Piet that meshes into them very well and makes them flow very nicely. I mean, this would be really fun team to play with. You have a lot more assists, a lot more dots to play around with. Maybe we get another tank here, rather just a tank in general, because we don't have a tank. We only have attacker and a healer and a support. We probably need another attacker and a tank here for the Tuskens, like a Tusken Brute. I think it's already in the game, but we just haven't gotten it to play with yet. So I would really love to see Tuskens being played into part more with this new year, especially considering the fact that we just got the new Mando season 2 out, and also in this new year we'll have the Book of Boba Fett out, and all that kind of will be around the planet Tatooine, and a lot of Tuskens are living on that planet, right? So I would just love to see Tusken love, guys. I really would go all out for these guys, I'm not even lying. So Tuskens, first thing there. And then the second one, I guess, maybe the last one, is just Jawas. I think these two factions would be probably one of the funnest factions to get relicked. I mean, the Jawas already, as right now, they can do pretty good with relics. They just are not the ones I would go for first. They're not high on my priority list, although you can get some good damage in the phase 1 of the new pit raid, the challenge tier raid, rather. But I mean, you still got like the other Rey clones team that can get like the same exact percent. It's kind of not that worth it for me. But in GAC, I can definitely see some good uses out of these guys. But just like, I want these guys to be more, just, I don't know. Just something else needs to be here, I feel like. Or maybe some rework, some touch-ups on these old characters. They're very outdated, that's the thing. And I just want to see these guys work with their detonators. Maybe some more TM capabilities. Maybe they have more control on the field. Just something to add to that effect where they can get going a bit quicker in the battle and get out in front with the detonators, or something to that extent, you know? I don't know. I just really feel like these two factions, the Jawas and the Tuskens, are just really, like, everyone in Star Wars knows them, you know? And they're just not that great in the game. I would just love to see them. So that's kind of it for those two. I could think of some other ones, but those are like the ones I was thinking of beforehand on this video. I would love to see some more reworks, of course, on Qui-Gon Jinn. He is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, period. And of course, Mace Windu, man. Why do we not have Mace Windu rework? And why do we not have the Qui-Gon Jinn rework? Come on, 2021, the year of reworks for some of these Jedi, Jawas, Tuskens, and just some more love in general for some of these lesser known factions. I would love to see that. And I'm sure we'll get some more scoundrels with this new TV show here shortly. Not shortly, it's going to be the end of the year, rather. Now, I'm not sure why I said shortly. But guys, that'll probably do it for me today. Just some more of these fun things that I've been just kind of thinking about in the year 2020. Maybe I shouldn't have done, maybe I should have done instead. And just some new things I want to work on in my own account and daily playing of this game. I mean, I still like this game a lot, guys, if you did not notice. I do a lot of content on it. And if you guys always have any ideas for videos, just always let me know down below in the comments, or just join up in Discord down below in the description link, guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great freaking week. And as always, guys, peace out and have a good one.